All right, we're about just done here, but let's talk about sophomores. Second-year players that you guys think will either make a jump or a sophomore slump. We're going to start with Marcus Mariota, 2 separate 4-touchdown games last year, 4 different games of 20 fantasy points or more. Marcus Grant, does he make a jump or does he slump?
I don't think he slumps. I actually think he's going to be similar to what he was last year, mostly because I don't like his pass catchers. Besides Delaney Walker,
Tajay Sharp,
I hear the Tajay Sharp drum beat.
Bro.
I hear the Rashard Matthews drum beat. If you're a defensive coordinator or either of those guys keeping you up at night, no.
Absolutely. What if I'm nervous?
No.
What if I had a latte at 11 p.m.?
You should cut down on your caffeine intake. That's all I'm saying
point,
there.
Okay.
The upside, I think, for Marcus Mariota is the talk that they want him to run more this year. And so if he can get out of the pocket, if he can make plays with his legs, there's a chance for him to score more points. But in terms of throwing the football, I just would like to see an upgrade of his weapons.
That's the opposite of every other head coach in the NFL who wants their quarterback to run less.
Right.
Don't run. You're right. Malarkey's like, yeah,
just go. It's fine. Get out
Slump
there.
or jump?
I say he takes a step up. Again, I like what they're doing with the offensive line. And again, our NFL.com standard scoring is skewed towards running quarterbacks. So he's going to take a step.
All right, I like Tajay Sharp, by the way, a lot. Tyler Lockett, 664 yards, 6 touchdowns. I mean, listen, it's not great numbers, yet there's a lot of optimism surrounding Tyler Lockett. What say you, Cynthia Freeland?
So I have him about late 30s ranking, which is actually pretty similar to his 41st wide receiver ranking from last year.
Okay.
I don't have too much of a difference for him on this one. There's nothing I can do to substantiate a bigger jump, those touchdown numbers especially. I can't see him getting more targets, that many more targets in his offense.
MG?
I think Lockett takes a step forward this year. I think he surpasses Jermaine Kearse for that number 2 wide receiver spot there in Seattle. So I think that helps him quite a bit. I still believe that the Seahawks found something with that passing game last
100%.
year when they lost Jimmy Graham and then they lost Marshawn Lynch. They started spreading the ball around, so I think Lockett takes advantage of that.
I love Doug Baldwin in this offense, and again, I think Tyler Lockett does take a big step forward. I really wouldn't be surprised if he hits 1,100 yards and again gets to about 8 touchdowns. I think that sounds very doable for a guy like Tyler.
You and I are going to have a little. We'll remember this.
Okay, I will.
I'm hitting this one.
I like it. Stefon Diggs, can you dig it?
Can you dig it?
A favorite among the Danger Zone University alums.
Absolutely.
720 yards, 4 touchdowns last year. Slump or jump for this sophomore?
I think that's a pretty good number that he could achieve this season. Again, I don't think that the Dolphins. I don't think the Vikings are going to go out there and try to really throw the ball. It's not like Teddy Two Gloves is going to go out there and start slinging it like he's Drew Brees or anything like that. I think this is going to be a real conservative offense. Their head coach is a defensive-minded coach, which means he wants to play shorter games.
They got Adrian Peterson.
We're going to run Adrian Peterson even if he slumps to like 3 yards a carry or whatever. And that's what they're going to want to do. Okay. And so I don't see a lot of opportunity for him to go and really build on those numbers because the volume's not going to be there.
I think the touchdown potential is a little high. I mean, they're trying to move him around the formation a little bit. They try to stick him on the outside last year. I don't think that worked. And it sounds like the coaching staff in this offseason, at least, is trying to install him into different positions around the field.
I think it's also like you have the Ferrari. Do you want to see how fast it can go or not, right, with Laquan Treadwell? I think they're going to want to see what they've got there, too. Are they going to test him out in the deep ball? Where's he going to line up? I think.
But I do think it's another one of those passing offenses that's really concentrated. Like no one believes in Kyle Rudolph anymore, right? So you've got Stefon Diggs, you've got Laquan Treadwell, for all the deep threat that we hope Treadwell is, Bridgewater doesn't have the arm to get it there. Diggs is that intermediate guy, and that is where Teddy is more comfortable throwing the ball.